Hogs, it's me, Catherine Bohart from Trusty Hogs. You get it now, you know me. Hey, guess what? I'm doing a 6-part radio series, and it's every Friday night at 6:30, so they're letting me have the big spot. How exciting. The show is called TLDR. I did a pilot for months and months ago, but they need an audience, basically, for all 6 weeks, and I'm worried that it'll just be the radio for elderly people. So if you could take your youthful selves to the website, sroaudiences.com, please, I'd really appreciate that. And you can put in a code HOGLET, HOGLET, like a little hog, and isn't that cute? And then you'll get priority access to the live shows. They're recorded every Thursday night for 6 weeks in a row from the end of July to the start of September, so there's 2 in Edinburgh as well. Basically, I'm doing a show called TLDR, and you can get tickets as a guarantee if you're a Hogs listener if you put in HOGLET. And I'd love if you were there, otherwise it'll just be me and the posh nerds, who I'll be very grateful to see as well. Welcome to episode 141 of Trusty Hogs. We are dressed for the summer today.
It's so beautiful.
Do I smell bad?
No, you smell like summer.
Do you remember last time we had a problem from C and now I'm paranoid?
Don't.
I'm paranoid.
No.
That's all I can think about.
No.
I hope that her boyfriend's okay. And I'm like, oh God, am I a smelly?
I've never smelt you.
Why?
Full stop.
Really?
You just don't like.
Okay, well, I'm stressed about it, but anyway, yes, I'm basically
so
naked. I'm wearing the thinnest dress I own. Can you see my nips?
I always can, because I've got one of those brains that just sort of like fills in the gaps. Do you know what I mean? First thing I said to Andrew today, do you remember?
Yeah, you can see
he
my
was like,
bulge.
oh, I'm wearing shorts, and I was like, I can see the bulge.
Oh my God, I could see it, but I didn't say it.
Well, you've got to.
What
You've got. Let him know.
Don't need to be sorted.
Let the boys know that you've seen it.
No, I don't think
Let
so.
them know that you've seen it.
Gosh.
It's registered, and say thank you.
No, well, I didn't mean to see it.
You.
You're welcome.
We were outside and I was sat on the
Wonderful
curb.
package.
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Tell him he's got a wonderful
Andrew
package.
is a Ken doll and I don't want to think about it beyond that.
Through the fog, step forth the trusty hogs. Yeah, you're gonna give them your problems and they will solve them, or maybe they won't, and that's your problem. They'll have guests and Andrew White on the tech. Oh, it's Helen and Catherine as the Trusty Hogs. Trust the Trusty Hogs, or maybe not.
That's what I say. Hi, how are you today?
I'm so good.
Yeah.
The sun's out.
Doesn't it change everything?
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I might walk home after this.
How long a walk is it from here?
Probably like an hour
that's
and
fabulous.
15, hour and 20.
Oh, I love that for
But
you.
like,
In the sun? Yes,
In the
please.
sun. I've got so much good stuff to listen to at the moment.
What are you listening to?
Well, like, okay, it's a new
Not
audio
another
book.
DJ thing,
Yeah.
please.
But like, I've also got like lovely albums to listen to.
Okay,
I'm
fabulous.
finally getting back into Taylor Swift.
Yes. Oh my God.
Like,
Helen.
what?
Oh my
What?
God. Okay.
What?
So
She's here.
I had my first Saturday night off, and I got invited to, because my girlfriend was away and Georgie's husband, my best friend, my other best friend, sorry to say it, her husband was away.
Slay.
She invited me over for a sleepover. We watched 2 films. We ordered Domino's. The next morning we get up. It was heaven, by the way.
Which 2 films?
Oh, thank you for asking. Challengers, Sexy.
Don't. I was
pretty
barking.
weird to watch
Yeah.
porn beside each other. And Am I Okay? Tig Notaro's new gay film about a woman coming out late in life. You'd love it.
Haven't seen it.
But
Amazing.
Dakota Johnson plays gay.
Great.
But here's the thing.
Oh.
I was loving the first 20 minutes-ish. And then the theme of the gay show becomes friendship. And you're like, gay film. You're like, what? And then nothing happens. But it's hard to say it. I feel bad slagging off a gay film made by a cool queer...
You're not slagging it off. It's just not the narrative you wanted.
I'll obviously watch it again because there aren't any gay movies. But, shame.
There are some gay movies. Happy Feet.
You're right. You're so right. And then we ate Domino's, and then we slept in. Oh,
Do you
heaven.
share a bed?
No, adult women don't do that.
They do.
No. And then the
Shout
reason
out Frances Gwyneth and Emma Black.
oh my God, I can't believe they all share a bed with you. So
Well, Emma Black doesn't.
they
Actually.
won't know they know you're gay. Well,
Panic.
panic. Welcome.
Join the Patreon.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, Helen came out. Oh, listen to the Patreon. In the weirdest. Anyway, your hair is fabulous. I can't focus now. Listen, We went the next morning
Yeah.
to a spin class that was Taylor Swift themed.
Stop.
The Eras cycle class. And honestly, it was phenomenal. It was ran by the most homosexual man I've ever seen. Here's the thing. I was
I
beside...
feel like every time you go to an exercise class, it's the most homosexual
It gets gayer.
man.
It gets gayer
Like
each
eventually
time.
you're going to do a class run by a feather boa. Like just a feather boa in the wind. And all the girls like, yeah, what a workout. I feel the burn.
I will totally sign up for that class. No, but truly. So this guy was running this class. It was like 40 straight women and myself and Georgie. And the woman beside me was American and sang every single word of every single song.
Sick.
And it was honestly so hard. I was hurting so much the next day.
Wow.
It was so fun and joyful and joyous. And the time flew because if it turns out when you love the music, everything's great. But 42 minutes into this 45-minute spin class,
45 minutes of spin.
this guy goes, this is so random, but like, I don't even really like Taylor Swift. The mood turns. It's still playing, but suddenly there's silence. We're still sweating, but suddenly it's cold.
Just you can hear everyone's breathing.
Oh my God. No one blinked. There was just staring. Watching this man backpedal while he forward pedaled was astonishing.
That was droll.
He completely imploded. He was like, no, I mean, no, like I'm more of like a Kendrick guy, but I love it, and I'm loving it, and I definitely just like you are giving my exercises class a go. I'm giving her a chance. He just apologized for the next 3.5 minutes, and then everyone basically stormed out, and it was the funniest thing I've ever witnessed. And then we went to Sundays in Brooklyn to get overpriced brunch, and then we got pedicures.
Sundays in Brooklyn?
It's an overpriced brunch place in Notting Hill.
But nice.
Yeah, lovely. And but like £6 for a piece of smoked salmon, you know what I mean, as a side, and you're like, excuse me, what? And then we got pedicures, and look, I got disco toes. Disco
You've
toes.
got gold glitter.
Glittery toes. Yeah.
Oh my God, that is such a wholesome time.
It was so wholesome. It was so wholesome.
I feel like the sun comes out and everyone just goes a bit more wholesome. I went to Brighton just to have lunch with a friend.
What? That's so nice of you.
Like, because I always, like, whenever I go to Brighton, it's like, I've got a gig in the evening, so I'll either see, like, a friend or I'll go, like, spend time with my sister and my dad.
Yeah.
But it's like, there's always a reason. And it was like a Monday, I had nothing to do. And I was like, Alice?
Yes.
Alice?
Alice.
I'm coming for lunch. I'm coming for lunch.
Wait, had she asked you?
She had to say yes. I was on the show. Alice Angel, I'm coming to lunch.
God, this bob really suits you.
It was so good. I'm wholesome as fuck.
Did you go anywhere nice or go to her house?
Mange tout.
What's that?
It's really nice. It's
Is
just
it?
like, it's close to the station, and it's like a French bistro place. And
Sure.
what did she had an omelette. And what did I
Yum.
have? These crab cakes, Devonshire crab cakes,
delicious.
and some fries.
Parfait. French fries, I hope. J'espère.
They fucking better have been.
They better have been.
They better
Bloody
have been.
hell.
And it was bloody gorgeous.
That sounds so
Read my
nice.
book on the train because I didn't have a gig to think about. Like,
I'm going on a holiday next week and I actually can't wait to read my book. I was just saying to you outside, my screen time, I just got it this morning. You know the way it wakes you up on a Monday with your screen time?
yeah.
6.5 hours. That's crazy.
I think that's where I'm
That's
at with mine for
unacceptable.
like Pokemon Go and my game, which we shouldn't talk about
Mine's
anymore.
just from emailing. It's awful.
Oh no.
Awful. Anyway, I've decided I'm going to try to do no phone and just have a nice time. And I can't wait. Oh, and I made a beautiful meringue at the weekend with my edible flowers from the garden.
Who are we?
Summer girls. I will say this. I'm very jealous of your summertime bob because I feel like I've chosen to grow my hair long and I'm thrilled about it. But wow, wrong season for it. I'm so warm. And you just look like you're getting a lovely breeze on that
What I
neck.
will say about the summertime bob, I cannot just scrape it all up. There's always hang down.
Okay.
So like, you know, when you can like pile
I
it
can't
all
scrape
up.
it all up either though because I hate how I look with my hair on.
I get the falling down. See, I
Yes,
look good
you do.
down or up. I've just got one of those faces.
You do. God, you do.
Like,
you could
I'm
do
just
anything.
one of those women,
You are.
like, try and make me look bad.
I couldn't.
Fucking.
Couldn't and I
you
wouldn't.
know,
I wouldn't.
I've noticed something.
Go on.
You know, when you're with like a friend or like family or whatever, you need like a group photo taken. Someone takes a photo.
Yeah.
They're like, "Do you want to check it? Are they okay?" And I always say, "I can't take a bad photo," and they always go, "Oh, and it's like, that's a fine thing to say. Like, don't worry, I don't take any bad photos.
I saw the single most like model-esque beautiful woman on Instagram the other day being
Thank
like,
you.
I'm a dermatologist and this is my little, oh no, actually, I'm an esthetician. She basically does like plastic surgery. She changes women's faces.
Esthetician.
And she's like, she does like she feels people's lips and stuff like that. And she was like, I just want to say that, you know, whenever women come into me, they're so beautiful and they're there for treatments to change their face. And I, you know, I'm there to help them. I'm there to enable them. I want to empower them. But I also just want to say, like, they're there because they want to look like how they look in photos. And I just want you to know that, like, have you ever taken a picture of a sunset and then looked at the picture and thought, wow, that doesn't do it justice? You are the sunset. And I was like, but your job is changing their faces.
I love that.
No! Oh my God, what?
Have you ever taken... Yes, it's like people film fireworks and it's like, it's not the same. And we are the oh my God, we're Katy Perry.
I'm a Catherine Wheel.
You are a Catherine Wheel.
But
do you ever feel like a plastic bag drifting through the wind, wanting to start again? Like, what sort of plastic bag wants to start again? Like, it's a grim life, isn't it, as a plastic bag? Like, you're born, no one wants you, they're annoyed they're paying 5p, they feel guilty about it.
Let's do this thing again.
Yeah, they don't throw you away, so you just have to live in a cupboard somewhere for ages. And then when they do use you, it's for rubbish, so you're just filled with, like,
you're in a toilet bin.
Like, yeah, it's not toilet bins.
Yeah,
like,
for sure,
it is
for sure,
the
for sure.
worst life to live, a plastic
Not
bag.
the worst, but it's pretty bad.
I'd rather be a cup. Just good chat, isn't it? Can I tell you what's happening with me?
Please.
Everything is kicked off at Patel Bower Towers.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Go on.
We've got a ghost.
No.
So.
No, you don't.
One morning.
No, you don't.
One morning.
No,
one
Helen,
morning.
hang on a second. Sorry, a ghost has appeared in the summertime at your house.
Or Sunil is a compulsive liar.
I'm so far going for that one. Go on.
Right. He went, we were waiting in the kitchen. Mm-hmm. He went, where did all these teaspoons come from? Because we've got 6 new teaspoons, like catering style, really flimsy. You know, those like awful ones that like bend when you wash them, right?
The kind you get at a hotel that you stay in when you're a comic.
Bidding. And I was like, I don't know, I thought you got them. Because we always, like, teaspoons are the first things to run out when we haven't done washing up for a while.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I thought he got them. And he was like, no, I didn't get them. Did you get them? And I was like, well, no, you clearly got them. Because I know I didn't get them. He was like, oh, I wonder where they came from. And then he went silent. And I was like, well, just say you got them. Because this is now, like, pissing me off for some reason.
Right.
And I got so annoyed. So, you know, for, like, no reason. I was just like, just say you bought them. And he was like, no, you bought them. And I was like, well, you brought it up. You're the one that brought this up the conversation. So then in a fit of rage, I go, well, if you didn't buy them, then they're cursed, so I'm going to throw them away. And I was standing over the bin with like 6 teaspoons, and he was like, well, I didn't buy them, because he was like waiting for me to crack. So I put them in the bin just to like make a point. I don't know what I was thinking. I was in a bad mood. And then
when you said everything's kicking off and you have a ghost, you meant you kicked off and went mad.
But I knew I didn't buy them, so I knew he bought them, and I was like, why is he like, this is such a pathetic lie. Why is he doing this? And it was like, I was clearly...
Do you guys ever leave the house?
Just not often, no.
Yeah.
And then he was like, well, I didn't get them. And I was like, oh, okay. Then we left at like 10 minutes and I went back to the bin and I got them out and I washed them because I was like, that's really bad to just sort of like throw away teaspoons.
Yeah.
And then I was like, just admit that you bought them. And he was like, I didn't. And then we were like, okay, well, Neil O'Rourke was over yesterday. Maybe he brought them as a prank. So then I call Neil and Neil's like, you're fucking mental. No, I did not bring teaspoons to your flat. And then me and Sunil, we both swear we didn't get them. And it's got to the point where I believe him, because it's like my anger was so mad that you would just go, okay, you fucking mad bitch, like calm it down, I bought them.
I can totally see him escalating.
We've had 6 teaspoons appear out of nowhere.
No,
and genuinely out of thin air.
No, you haven't.
We have.
Somebody's
Do you want me to get him on the phone?
No, I don't care enough. I'm just saying someone's brought them into the house.
No one has.
It seems like you've both just
no one has.
From hotels.
No one has.
Or like from comedy clubs.
The only option is Neil O'Rourke, and he thinks I did it because I stole a teaspoon 5 months ago.
Okay, so you have form.
Because I was doing ADR, and they brought me a drink and I had a teaspoon, and for some reason I was like, ha ha ha, can I keep this teaspoon? They went, yeah, and I went, slay, and I put it in my bag thinking I put it back later, and I didn't. I took it home, and he's like, it's the same brand of teaspoon, but I haven't gone back to that place to do ADR. So
yeah,
it's
but
a
it's the
fucking
generic
mystery.
brand that probably everywhere has. You've probably taken one from here. You've probably taken one from a freaking...
I haven't stolen one from here. We've got a ghost bringing teaspoons.
I don't think so.
Because we thought we had a knife appear after we got burgled. Because he was like, where did this knife come from? And I was like, I've got no idea. And he was like, did the robbers leave it? And I was like, I don't know. Which feels scary.
So it could be the burglars back just leaving different forms of cutlery.
Yeah, but they didn't take anything.
Yeah, but it could be like a threat.
We've got a ghost. A ghost who is bringing us silver. Or a crow.
Do you mean magpies? They don't give them back.
No, crows and ravens, they gather things that they like you and they bring you gifts.
Oh, do they?
A handy P. You can train them. Gwyneth's trying to train one at the moment in the park.
What?
She wants to have a raven that brings her stuff. Shout out Gwyneth Keyworth.
I feel
obviously.
like I passed out. Has this been happening the whole time?
This is a big event in my life.
What do you guys think is the reason, Andrew?
I think one of you just forgotten that you got teaspoons.
Mm-hmm.
No, but we haven't. We haven't. They've just... you know what? Fuck all of you. My friends thought this was very exciting. We were all like coming up with theories, and all of you are just looking at me like I'm some sort of freak.
Your friends, the ones who train ravens in the park?
Yes. She's trying to train it. She hasn't done it yet. It's on her vision board for this year. We made manifestation boards together, me and Gwyneth, after Christmas before New Year's, and one of hers was to have a raven friend.
I guess I can just see
Or a
how
crow.
a woman who's into like training crows in the park might have more time for your ghost spoon theory.
Yeah.
Than to say I, a woman with like a job and like
Gwyneth's got a
hobbies,
job.
like stuff to do today.
Gwyneth's got a job.
Yeah.
She's in between jobs at that
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
It's a good goal to have, to be friends with a wild bird. What a lovely thing to work on.
Isn't she an eel pervert as well?
She is an eel pervert as well. Yeah. But she's fine. She's doing really good.
She seems well. I didn't say she
good.
wasn't.
My friends are all doing like we are a successful group
That's so cool.
who are just like thriving in our chosen fields.
Wicked and stealing
That's what we
teaspoons
choose
from
to
hotels
do.
we stay in. Yeah. That's great.
I sold one from ADR, and teaspoons aren't a very nickable thing.
You're only making the case for why you've definitely stolen them. I agree with you.
Yeah, but I have not stolen these.
If you say so. I think between the two of you.
Why am I getting so angry about this? Why does this infuriate me so? I didn't buy the teaspoons.
I never said you bought
Did
them.
have Sunil message you about this?
No, but I've never said you bought them. I think the two of you will have accidentally taken them from a couple of places and now you have a couple more.
No.
And the fucking myriad of male comics that you have sitting on your, or like sleeping over on your couch every now and then, probably bring them too.
We've only got Jordan Brooks tonight.
Yeah, tonight. But there's always some clown in your house probably bringing
Oh
teaspoons.
shit! I just remembered we've got Jordan coming to stay, and I have just stocked up the freezer.
What does that mean?
Like I did
What's he gonna
I did
sleep in it?
I did an ice cream shop.
But why does he need freezer space? He's staying for one night.
I did the no, but he will. Like, they might go into the freezer, because you know people are fucking morons. Do you know about this?
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
so people wait for it to be really sunny to go do their ice cream and ice lolly shop, which is the thickest thing, because
Right.
it'll be gone.
Yeah.
So you need to look at your weather app, and 3 days before, go and stock up on everything. So at the moment, I've got a box of Bounty ice cream bars, big thing of vanilla ice cream, bought a tub of Nutella to melt and drizzle over the top. I've got, Sunil's got his Magnums. And what else did I get? Valencia orange ice lollies from Morrison's.
But if I had all these in, I'd just eat them all.
I know, I do. Yeah, it's a real problem. Yeah.
I would binge.
Yeah, no, me too. Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your concern is that they'll have one of them while you're out?
No, two
Okay.
each, minimum. Two
Stink.
each. Yeah.
They'll just assume they're allowed
Have
to.
you not seen Men and Ice Cream?
I have to say that's not something I witness
It's a
very often.
stereotype. It's Andrew.
We got a Magnum 3-box because it was cheaper than me and my friend buying one each.
Yeah.
So I just had 2 Magnums in a row.
They're out of control.
Yeah.
Right.
And I've got a binge eating disorder, and I think that's disgusting.
It's gross. It's gross.
That is minging.
One and a half. Come on.
I once pounded 2 loaves of bread in an afternoon, and that for me is too far.
Were you putting anything on the bread? I shouldn't be asking. Anything on the bread?
Anything on the bread?
Yeah, like butter? or-
Anything, yeah, like a jar of peanut butter to go alongside it. Because if you get rid of all of it, it never happened.
What kind of
Healthy,
bread?
healthy minds.
I'm asking all the wrong questions, but what kind of bread?
Oh, just like cheap sliced bread.
Really? Not even like a tiger loaf?
No, you're punishing yourself at that point. And also a tiger loaf, very tricky to binge because it's got a very
Crust.
like tricky crust, and you might cut your gum.
Wow.
You ever cut your gum on bread?
You're a complex woman.
I'm a very complex woman, but I'm thriving, and that's what matters.
I'm
And it
so
makes me
glad.
think. Wait for this segue. You ready for it? You braced? And it makes me think. Whilst I'm thriving, a lot of our listeners, you guys aren't.
That's no.
You're not thriving.
Some
but
of
we'd
them
love.
are. Excuse me, Helen. Excuse me. Some of them might be. I wonder how we'll find out.
Let's hear some updates and problems for what is supposed to be a mailbag special. How long have we spoken for? That's on me. That's on me. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's
It
do
felt
it.
like 2 hours, so don't worry about it.
Oh.
Andrew, do we have
Unkind.
Sorry, it's just the spoon stuff. Really, it's did something to my brain. You know where your brain like turns off. Do you know when I'm talking?
Yes.
Yeah. Andrew.
God, yes.
Andrew, do you have updates to our listener problems?
I have several updates. One very, very recent and one a bit in the past.
Oh, how exciting!
We'll start with the recent one, shall we?
Yes, please.
In fact, I think it was only a problem about 2-3 episodes ago. So
Right.
it's a very
Can I guess which one it was?
Go on.
yes,
Was it the one where they wanted to go on the hen do, but the hen do was so expensive?
yes,
But there was only like 4 of them or something left.
yeah.
Oh my
Is that
god,
one?
yes.
Is that one here? Yeah.
Has the
Woohoo!
hen do happened?
The hen do has happened.
Slay, go,
Oh my god,
go.
tell us everything, tell us everything, tell us
Okay, so-
everything. Because we were saying our advice, I remember, was you should just say, I'm coming, but I'm going to sit out of the perfume making because that's outrageously expensive.
Mhm.
But I'll just be around the corner and then I'll rejoin you and no hard feelings.
Which, by the way, me, Emma Black and Ellie Salter are organising and going on.
Amazing.
Yes. Yes, that was episode 139. So only
Great.
2 episodes ago. Thank you for advice. It was much more mature than what I actually ended up doing.
Yes. We're better than you. We're better than you.
That's
We're
definitely
better than you.
the message of this podcast.
We're better than you.
So that is our tagline. Trusty Hogs, we're better than you.
I preferred Michael Odewale's last week. Trusty Hogs, the last resort.
Also fair. Also fair.
Go on, what do they actually do?
They say, I didn't want to pull out of activities because then there would only be 3 guests at the hen do.
Yes.
So my friend T and I decided separately that we'd be happy to pay and what activities we'd be happy doing. Then one of us would put a pre-prepared message into the WhatsApp group and the other would immediately like it and add a message of support.
Yes.
We did this with every suggestion that was made. The hen do went
I
well.
make M do this in the Trusty Hogs group.
Do you?
No, I'm fucking with you.
Oh.
Jesus. Guys, I'm fucking with you. Relax.
Oh, holy shit. I'm going to go through all of that later.
Just have a night off. Count your spoons. Go on.
The hen do went well and the bride had a lovely time. The perfume making activity got dropped in the end thanks to our campaign, which was for the best. When I told the bride what the original plan was, she said she had very sensitive skin and most perfumes gave her a bad allergic reaction.
Slay for ashes. Great.
Slay.
Slay for rashes. Yeah.
Oh, why have I said slay? I don't approve of saying slay so often.
Slay.
Helen was meant to give us £5 every time she said slay. I don't know if you remember that.
Wait, you are such a weasel. Why would you say that, you little fuck? Like, after I've been so nice about your bulge and everything, and then you're like, Helen was supposed to give us 5. Shut the fuck up, Andrew. Shut up. I bet he's doing the fucking story, Catherine.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Shut up. What was that? Shut up.
Shut up.
Shut up, Andrew.
Piss me off.
What are you like?
Pissing me off. Sorry, Andrew.
Sorry, Andrew.
We were a bit
Andrew,
sneaky.
shower your bulge to make her feel better. He did.
Homina.
I just did a Sharon
Congratulations, Rafe.
He just did a full Sharon Stone. That was so exciting.
And I saw everything.
No, you didn't. Those are some heavy cotton shorts. Everything's fine.
Some big balls.
Oh my god.
No, come on, please.
Oh my,
He's a
come
child.
on.
Stop, everyone.
He's gay.
Please.
It's not for you.
So am I. So am I.
Sometimes one day.
Mm-hmm.
Go on.
We were a bit sneaky, but it worked out in the end. Thanks, R.
I think they came up with a better solution.
Immaturity
than we
wins,
did.
baby. Immaturity
But
wins.
it's mature to have a friend and be like, hey, let's tag team in this WhatsApp group. I'll put, because putting a
is
message in
mature.
a big WhatsApp group and not receiving support is tough. Remember the Melbourne jail? That was tough.
Yeah, it was tough.
Yeah.
Except, especially when I came and showed you support, and then you still made videos online about how you were there by yourself.
Yeah. I also did pay for Catherine's entry to that.
Yeah, because I didn't want to go, and I insisted that I didn't want to go, but you kept making videos about how you were there alone
Poor Helen.
and sending pictures of yourself outside alone.
no one wants to
Even
go
when
to
I'd
a
already
jail
arrived.
with
Oh
Helen.
my god, I can't. Yeah.
We have another very exciting, long but worth it update
Yes, please.
Oh my God,
from
phenomenal.
T.
Long
from-
but worth it.
Long but worth
Andrew,
it.
you don't have to tell us. That's the whole podcast. Let me talk about something for 47 minutes, but there will or maybe might be a payoff. Okay, go on.
So this, I think we did this problem back when we were in the shipping container, so many moons ago.
Years ago.
Yes.
What was the
and
problem?
it was a problem about realising that I have feelings for my best friend of 6 years.
Okay.
And this is from T.
Hi, T. Hi again.
Wait, excuse me. That could be so many people who've written into us.
That
I
is
need more
true, yes.
context.
They were, I'm pretty sure they were like sixth formers, like young teenage boys. One of them was, the writer was definitely gay. They didn't know whether their best friend was gay and whether there was a vibe or something.
What did we say?
I can't possibly
Really
remember.
good things.
Really, yeah.
I
great
feel like you'll have
things.
said you have to say it, and I'll have been like, just leave it alone.
I think we would have also been that annoying thing that we do where we're like, you're young. It's not that big of a deal that you think it is.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Do you
All
know?
right.
Yeah, that does ring a bell, actually. I think you're
Yeah.
like, oh, it doesn't matter,
Okay.
just do it. First of all, thank you so much for your amazing advice.
Yes!
That was good, yeah. I was 90% sure that I was going to tell him, but decided to take a few days to thinking about it so that I could be totally sure that's what I wanted. During those few days, I came to the realization that this is not just a crush, I'm completely in love with him. Immediately after realizing this, I phoned my mum in a panic over the revelation, whose brilliantly blunt response was, of course you're in love with him. Me and your dad have been saying so for years.
Yes, Mom, come through. Yes.
Unfortunately, the timing of this realization could not be worse, as the next night I had to go to my sister's birthday drinks, which I knew my best friend had been invited to. Oh, I think they're university, sorry, rather than sixth form.
Okay.
Okay.
I can't begin to describe how terrified I was on her birthday. I arrived at the pub, which I only realised later was the same pub we'd met in at a pub quiz 6 years ago.
Fate.
Cute. Or a small village. It's either a
Yeah.
fate or a small village.
Took one look at him and decided to back out of telling him. I pretty much avoided him for the rest of the night, and he thought that I was ill because of how nervous and avoidant I'd been.
Oh, man.
I told my sister that the idea of telling him how I felt had become far too real, and I was going to have to either bury my feelings or move abroad, or jump in a well, always an option.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
all
He
good.
needs a really oversteppy, gossipy friend who just tells him for her. Tells him for him.
I opted for burying it and spent the entire night third wheeling a couple I knew from uni.
Obsessed with his energy.
He came over when I was ordering a drink at the bar and asked if we could talk outside. Unfortunately, a fight broke out at the other end of the bar. A glass was smashed, and I looked down to realise that several shards of glass were in my arm. It's taken a violent turn.
Oh,
Wait. An injury
my
with someone to act as a
God.
protector can sometimes be hot. No?
This is such a level of drama. Okay, go on. I'm honestly hanging on every word.
My
So
best
shards
friend.
of glass in his arm.
Yeah. My best friend took me to A&E
Yes!
to get the glass removed.
Your dream situation.
If,
Pity and sexual chemistry.
Oh!
Whereas I would be like, do not look at me. Do not look at me. Do not help me. Do not look at me.
I'm
Do
in
not help me.
hospital, help me.
I'd be like, do not help me. Don't even look at me. I don't have a body. Don't look at me.
Obviously, when shards of glass are being removed from your arm, there is some blood involved.
Yes, there is.
I'm not a squeamish person, but the combination of stress about keeping my secret, having a drink, and now being in pain meant that the first sight of blood made me faint. And this really
Your
is like...
fucking dream.
I mean,
this
for
is
anyone
your-
who's new here, I did do a stand-up show 2 years ago about how I was like wanted to be a fainter so fucking bad at school.
I know.
I thought it was the sexiest thing. Like, just like, oh no, and then
I'm
like,
so little.
yeah, and guys being like, I've got you, just like lifting you up off the ground,
fuck's
like
sake.
fucking so. Oh, one day I'll faint.
Go
Now,
on.
a few hours later, I'm told that my arm is free of glass and I can go home. Not that I remember much of the process because I've been in and out of consciousness and on morphine.
In and out. Oh,
And on morphine.
At this point, it was about 3 a.m. and we both were hungry, so we got food and sat in the hospital car park. Just as I was about to suggest heading home, he turned to me and said, "Do you remember what you said last night?" There was about 8 seconds of dead silence
He was
whilst
on
I
morphine, he was on
realised
morphine.
that I told the person most precious to me in the world that I was in love with him on a gurney in A&E while semi-conscious and slurring my words. I genuinely could not think of a single thing to say, so we just sat there in silence for about 20 seconds before he told me that he's been in love with me for years and hadn't said anything for fear of losing me. I'm so happy to say that we are officially together and that I've never felt more respected, secure, or loved in a relationship. And I want to thank you guys very much for encouraging me to bite the bullet. Thanks so much, T.
it happened.
I have goosebumps.
We had a happy ending.
I have goosebumps.
We had a happy ending.
Baby gays. Round of applause for the baby
Oh
gays.
my god! Always get involved in fights and pubs. always run into it.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
I knew it. If you faint, you fuck. It's immediate that you.
Sorry, that is the sweetest thing
And they're together
I've
now.
ever heard.
And it's all thanks to us.
We did that.
It's all us.
Yeah,
Us
that's
and
fair.
morphine. We did it, baby
The perfect
girl.
combi.
We did it.
Trusty Hogs and morphine.
Trusty
Just Hogs and morphine. That is a show I'd watch, to be
It
fair.
happened.
Oh my god. I'm like moved.
You
I
know,
have
whoever you
goosebumps.
are, wherever you're listening, tell them you love them. Just go tell them right now. I love you, Catherine.
Oh, what a beautiful story.
Do you ever feel like Alan Partridge was like, I love you? Yes, I do too, in a way. That's so gorgeous.
nice.
Yeah, really sweet.
Fuck.
We
Oh my
made
god, I have
something
actual full body
special.
goosebumps. That was so cute.
I feel emotional.
Oh my god, I'm so sad they're going to break up soon. No,
my
I'm joking.
goodness.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, I want someone that I'm in turmoil over saying I love you or not.
And then they say that they love you. They've loved you all along.
Oh god, I
Like?
love that. To like
Sunil.
Sunil. Oh no, yeah.
Sorry.
To like go through all of that angst of like I'm in love with them, like will I lose a friend, and then for it to work out is so special.
Sunil.
It's meant to be.
Just like you and Sunil.
You really want this to happen, don't you? Oh, I just feel like I'm
And I spoke to
disappointing
Anna
you.
Grant at Girls Aloud and she agrees.
Can I ask Catherine?
No.
Because he's looking fire at the moment. His beard and his sunglasses.
Oh, yeah.
You and Anna Grant talking was my favourite thing of all time.
I love
You
her.
know, when you
She's
like
so
turn
nice.
around and you see like two really close friends who like worlds don't cross over, like just having a really nice chat. And you know it's about slagging you off. Like there's
No,
no other way
We
to
actually weren't
bond.
talking about you.
You just said you were talking about me and Snail.
No, yeah, but we did that in front of you. And also my favourite moment with her was when she went, it was in front of you when you handed her a mint and she went, oh no, your palm is way too sweaty for me to accept that.
All my friends are fucking dicks, man.
I was like, I get this girl, I know this girl, I like this girl.
I love Anna Grant.
She's
so
the best.
much.
She's the best.
She came to
I
Girls
like her.
Aloud with all the comedians.
She's excellent.
She's a hero. She's an
She's a real
absolute
trooper.
hero.
Andrew, do you have another problem for us for this mailbag special?
Yes, I should get a problem up. I was going to ask,
Woohoo.
do you want Sunil Helen to happen because you think it's the best
Yeah,
thing,
what-
or do you just not want to meet another person, add another person to the friendship?
Oh yeah, do you think it'd just be easy because you know Sunil?
I don't know Sunil. I think it would take like 50 years to know Sunil.
Yeah, you guys have a really specific, easy relationship. It's like, hey.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like what I would say is, no, I think you guys functionally do exist as a platonic couple, right? Like you.
Yeah. we
Yeah.
do, yeah.
I think in the same way that like Charlie, Serena, Ellen and I are a family. Like we function as a family.
Yeah.
So, but it's just always nice if, I guess I
you see it. You can see it.
I guess I see it.
You see it.
But I also just honestly, this is such a selfish reason. One less selfish reason. It's such a shallow reason. I think you'd have gorgeous children.
Oh, we would.
But that's kind of a crap reason.
But name someone I wouldn't have gorgeous children with.
But particularly with Sunil, I just think they'd be stunning.
Thank you.
Mm.
Thank you. And we call all of them Catherine.
No, you wouldn't, but I'd love that.
Little Catherine. Loads of little Catherines
Catherine
running around.
Jr.
Catherine Jr.
CJ.
Oh, CJ.
CJ,
Oh,
like
that's
CJ
sweet.
Craig.
I like
I always
Perfect.
want a TJ because like TJ from Recess.
That's
Yes,
perfect.
yeah,
Trusty Jr.
So good.
TJ, Trusty Jr.
Trusty Jr.
Trusty Jr.
Do you ever think like the TV show Recess had the most insane names?
Yeah.
Mikey.
Gretchen Spinelli.
Gretchen. Yeah, Spinelli. That was
Like-
their surname, Spinelli.
Oh, was it? What was
Yeah,
their
yeah.
first name?
Oh, it was something like
Helen?
Ethel or something.
Ethel.
It was something very, really like old worldian girly.
Ethel is so back in.
Yeah.
Those beautiful old names. Have you ever done that algorithm on Instagram where it's just sort of like old baby names that are coming back into fashion? Hello?
What names are coming back?
I can't believe you sit around Googling baby names. I don't, I have to say.
I don't know how I ended up on this algorithm, but it was like beautiful baby names that are back in fashion.
That's nice.
And it's like there's so many pretty names.
That is nice.
And it always, you just like, you hear them all. Like, there's so many beautiful names, and you just can't help but think, oh, my parents chose Helen. Like, it's good, it works for me, but like, out of all the options,
I know
that's
what
the
you mean.
best. Anne and Michael, that's the best you could do. Then again, look at their parents, Anne and Mike. Like,
Yeah. My grandmother's name was Annabella.
gorgeous.
Ooh.
I know, and she always went by Betty. Why? Annabella.
But Annabella's a tough one to put. If I was an Annabella, 6'1" morbidly obese Annabella, you'd be like, get out. No way.
She was a very slight woman.
There we go. That makes sense for an Annabella.
About 5'2", I'd say.
5'2".
But my mom's the tallest of my parents, and she's 5'2". My dad's 5'1".
So cute. It's so cute.
They're so little. They're so little. It's so sweet.
So do you have baby names that you like?
No, I've never really thought about it.
Never.
No, truly no. Truly no.
I've got some.
Ellen has some, but I
The
don't.
names
They're
I
not,
like.
it's not something I've ever thought about.
When I was younger, I was like, Jade is the most beautiful name of all time.
Stunning.
And I remember I won a bear at like a fair, like a tombola bear. Or like my grandmother won it, but I was like the one that picked the numbers. So
Yeah.
I lived at my granny's house, but I got to pick its name out of all
That's
of my...
savage that she was like, this will live at my house.
But out of all of my 9 cousins, I got to pick the name, and I called it Jade. And was like, ugh, Jade. Just makes you think of something that was jaded. Like, and I was like,
Whoa.
it's the most beautiful name.
Wow, okay. No, I once picked the lottery numbers for my grandmother and she won £100 and then was like, you will always choose my numbers. Don't think we ever won.
Did you have a name you wanted to be called when you were younger that you would like introduce people to on holiday when
Beth? I'd have loved a Beth. I really loved to be. I'd love to have been a
Such
Beth.
a beautiful name.
Oh, but see, my middle name's Elizabeth, so I always wanted a Beth or Lizzie.
Wait, what happened
But
to Mary
Beth.
Joseph?
Do you have a problem for us, Andrew?
Yeah.
There you go.
I liked Annie and Hallie from The Parent Trap.
Hallie's the
I'd
best.
introduce myself to people as Annie or Hallie on
Oh
holidays.
my god!
Nice.
I was too busy going around looking at other ginger kids, being like, and then being like, we don't look anything alike. And we'd be
Oh, shaking hands to them.
like miming with along with it. And they're like, what? And I'm like, what?
And we both like Oreos with peanut butter.
Yeah, truly. Also, it's like an Irish playground, so it was every single kid. I was like,
They gave her an inhaler. They were like, she's got asthma.
She alright?
She's just
They
shocked.
did.
You were given
I
an
had
inhaler?
childhood asthma, but apparently maybe I just was like, ready, Andrew.
I'd love it if you got diagnosed with asthma just because you were pretending to be in The Parent Trap. So
I was obsessed with it and Sister. Oh my god, it was my dream.
oh,
It was my
the
dream.
want to be a twin as a
Oh
kid
my God.
is so powerful.
It's so strong. But to discover your twin. But every kid, I mean, when I wasn't wanting to be a twin, I was desperate to be adopted.
I wanted to be adopted.
Right? I was sure I was as well because I was the only redhead. My brother has dark hair, blue eyes. My sister has blonde hair, brown eyes. Green eyes, red hair. I was like, what's going on here? It's obvious. And they look like my parents. And I was like,
I think every kid goes through this phase. I think some of us like lean in more.
yeah,
but
some of us are like desperate to be.
There's a twin out there and I'm adopted.
Yeah, 100%.
There's like a whole
well, it makes sense that
storyline
the two would
here.
go together.
You know, I once found something in my, because I was one of those kids that would go through my parents' rooms.
Of course you were.
Whenever they weren't in, I was like, I am leaving no stone unturned. I found every Christmas present before Christmas.
Hell
Every
no!
birthday
Why
present for my
did you do
birthday.
that?
I knew my mum had every Spice Girls Barbie doll. And because I knew, she never gave them to me and she still got them.
I think that's so fair. You suck. I love that for her. I'd be like, you know what? Fuck you. If you can't let me give you a surprise.
Stone left unturned in the Bauer
Can I
household.
just say, I'm really with Anne on that. I
yeah,
really think that
I was the worst.
Yeah, and I also just think there's something in like, if you can't let me like spend my money to treat you and surprise you, then you're not fucking having
I was
it.
the worst.
I really respect that. Wow.
I would not want to raise me. Just a nosy bitch.
Aw.
And I found like, you know, like an envelope that's like for documents, like a big brown envelope, and on it had my birthday, but for my 18th birthday. And I was like,
Right.
here's the fucking proof.
Oh.
Here we fucking, because I was like 11, right? So I was like, well, there we go. I found my proof.
Wait, so they had an envelope that was closed, but to give you
A
on your
sealed
18th.
sealed envelope.
Oh, come on, that would
With
make me
my
suspicious.
18th birthday, and I was like, I fucking knew it, because yes, I do look like my sister now, and you'd be like, oh my god, they're 100% related.
Yeah.
But I didn't then. She was like,
But also, sorry, if I
covered in
found-
freckles, like
If
dark
I
brown
found an
hair.
envelope that said my birthday, my 18th birthday, and I was 11, I'd be like, okay, so wow.
Right, and also
Okay,
like I
I
know
guess
a lot
they're-
of kids think this, but I didn't feel like I fit in with the family. Like I wasn't like
Yeah.
in it. Like I didn't enjoy the same things. I was just different.
Yeah.
Like, so I was like, shit. Okay, this is it. And I thought I waited. In my head, I waited 5 years to bring it up because I was like, oh my god, it's so much. Probably a week later, I was like, well, I know I'm fucking adopted. I know that. There's proof upstairs. And I can't remember the exact play out, but I did open it like way before my 18th birthday. But it was just
Helen.
like 2 newspapers and a magazine, 2 newspapers from the day I was born, so 25th of March 1991, and like a magazine from the month that I was born. And I was like,
That's so
I think it
nice.
might have been from like Great Auntie Lillian or like a godmother or something.
You're trash. That's such a nice
Like
thing.
just like a gift. But I don't actually know who is. I mean, they must have died before then because I don't actually know
You
who it
are
was
trash.
from. But yeah, it's cute. I've still got some. Like I think I've still got one of the newspapers, and that's quite nice. I don't think it was good news.
You're the worst.
It wasn't like a great day in the
You're
world.
the worst.
But yeah,
Wow.
but I was so sure.
Yeah, me too. I was very, very, very sure. And also just like, it's so rude and disrespectful and ungrateful to just be like,
It's the
I
worst.
know I'm not yours. I just know it.
I don't fit in here.
Just so
And I know
rude.
there's a twin that you gave up.
Yeah.
I know that.
Oh, I was sure I was a twin that was taken, stolen.
yeah, you
stolen.
stole me.
Yeah.
You stole
yeah,
me.
yeah. Or switched up
devils.
birth. I was sure I switched up birth.
Do you think that's
Sure
like
of it.
happening with this generation as much because we were such a like parent trap, sister?
Yeah, with our generation, 100%. The moment I saw Tia and Tamira meet in that VHS store, ? Or secondhand shop, some sort of clothing shop. Anyway, I
You'd
was
have to
like,
watch the first episode again.
God, that episode's so good. Man, they knew how to rock a hat. Don't you think? I wish there were more hats that matched your outfits for people who aren't toddlers.
Do you remember like
Do you know what I'm saying?
their bedrooms as well was so cool? Like
Oh my God, they were
TV show
iconic,
and film in the
iconic.
90s.
And the shared bathroom. Hello. And that
the Jack and
episode-
Jill bathrooms.
Oh my God. And when Lisa made them their prom dresses and then they fucking bought those horrible ones and they wore them instead and then they had to come back and were like, they went to their prom and then everyone was wearing those dresses and then they went home and changed back into the ones that Lisa made you them and oh my God, they looked
I don't know
incredible.
sister as well as you do. I'm sorry.
Okay. It was basically like, it was my favorite television show. I was obsessed with it.
Oh my God. I think I was more like Mona the Vampire Slayer.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
I was Sister and Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Sabrina.
I mean, we didn't have Nickelodeon until I was 17, so we always had to watch them at our minders.
Amazing.
And oh my God, I just loved them.
You know, I still don't know how they did Salem. Quite frankly, I don't think it's any of my business.
The cat.
I agree.
It's not my business.
I really think that's a case of mind your own.
But I loved Sabrina so much. But like, how did they do Salem?
I don't know.
Like, how was that cat moving and talking?
It's incredible.
so in line with the dog.
I
Because
had the
cats
PC
don't
game.
chat.
I loved the PC game so much because you had to find lint. Oh,
What was lint?
it went in a recipe in a spell. Oh my God, it was
I
so
think
good.
I had this.
I loved it so much.
Ellie Salter's younger sister, Frances Salter, had the Sabrina the Teenage Witch magazine subscription. And you got like a Salem the cat and a box you got to fill with trinkets that you got each month.
Oh
and I remember
my
thinking,
God, the dream.
that is the coolest thing in the
Yeah.
fucking world.
Yeah, iconic.
Did you
iconic.
think you were a witch for a while?
No, just a twin.
Emma Black did.
That's cool.
Caused a massive rift in year 6.
What's the fallout?
Massive rift. She was like, I'm a witch and I can cast spells and I can do things. And I was like, what? Because I was like, no. But then all the girls were like, oh my God, us too. And then she told me that the spell was a hot potato, cold potato, hot potato, cold potato. And that's what she was doing. And all the girls were doing, they're like, we've got powers. And I was like, well, I'm not a witch. I don't have powers. And then everyone was a witch. And I was like, you're not witches. And it was like a big thing.
I feel like this when I told you I was gay.
It was...
No. And now you're trying to be, yikes. Listen to the Patreon. You got a problem for us, Andrew? Our first problem, 44 minutes into this mailbag
Once again, I'd like to
special.
use this opportunity to say, Emma Black, you are not a witch.
I think you probably are.
But also gutted that 6-year-old me didn't jump on the bandwagon. It would have
I
been the
know,
way funner option.
devastating.
It would have been the funner option.
Vroom, vroom, beep, beep. motherfuckers, we're on tour. And you can get tickets at trustyhogs.com/tour. We are going to Edinburgh. That is selling fast. Bristol's already sold out. Brighton selling fast though. Shocked to see the guys haven't sold it out faster, but thank you so much for coming. Why am I so ungrateful? And we are also going to Manchester. We're going to Dublin. Oh, that'll be swell. And yeah, I'd say get your tickets now if you want to come, because they're moving quickly and we can't wait. I love a live show, and Helen will dance even when I ask her not to. So it's going to be a good time. trustyhogs.com/tour. Andrew, any other thoughts?
No, I think that's pretty good.
Great, see you there. Bye.
Let's have a problem.
This is from B.
Hi, B.
B says, hi, Hogs. Firstly, thank you for bringing me so much joy since I discovered your podcast earlier this year.
Aww.
Trusty Hogs is the first female and queer-led podcast I've listened to. Now I'm wondering what took me so long.
I'm obsessed with it being queer-led because I'm the
Catherine's the leader.
I'm the
Well, no. Out of like the group of us that are calling involved,
Queer-led.
3 of you are queer.
Yeah, but that's not what B means.
And
B
me,
means,
I guess.
B means bow down, bitches. I
We
love
all
it.
know Catherine's in charge, like 100%. But B,
No.
welcome to the sty.
Welcome to the sty. How exciting. I love hearing that we're getting new listeners now.
Isn't it
I
crazy?
feel so excited by it because I feel like we are hitting our stride.
We also
Only better things to come,
always
babies.
forget that people are just joining, because every episode we're just like, oh.
Yeah. But still, welcome. Go
For
on.
anyone new, I am Helen
I'm
Bauer.
Catherine. Hi.
We're both stand-up comedians,
I'm gay and I'm the leader.
and we live in London, England.
I'm queer.
Catherine's queer. I don't know, on a journey, I guess.
Oh my God, hell on earth.
I'm on a
Oh my God.
journey.
Do your journey in a different month. It's Pride. I'm not having this. Go on, Andrew.
I like that you're introducing yourself 45 minutes into this episode.
46. 46 minutes in. Hey, girls. Hey.
Also,
and your boyfriends.
Have you had the experience yet of people referencing stuff because they're going through the back catalogue and it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And it's like, oh, that's the thing we've said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens every time. And also, being like...
People sending
Tom-
messages about something that it's like, oh, this is 2 years ago.
Yeah, or like checking in about an interest that I know I was obsessive about. But I do still get HelloFresh in case anyone's wondering. Big fan.
I still get messages when I go and be like, can we have a pancake update? And I'm like, that hamster is really buried.
Oh my God. She doesn't even live in the house it was buried in anymore. Garden, ? Okay, ready?
The B says, Helen, I am 5'11", size 22 female, and have size 11 feet.
Slay!
So I relate
Slay.
a lot to your tall plus size girl stories.
Sick.
And Catherine, your advice is always so thoughtful and well crafted. And I'm wondering if the two of you can help me.
We can.
That's nice.
We can. Size 11.
Nothing will stop us, even if we can't. We'll definitely try.
Find me on Instagram. Tell me where you're shopping for your shoes. Size 11. I'm assuming wide fit. I'd hope so.
I
I
can't.
don't know.
That's a long,
What?
thin board to
don't know.
balance on. That's a long, thin board to balance on
It
without
is,
a bit
it
of give
is.
on
Yeah,
either
I actually
side.
hope she's got more support. Yeah, nice.
Bloody
nice
hell, I
wide
hope
feet.
you're a wide fit. Sorry, carry on.
B says, my best friend of 20 years has become a bit of a hoarder. I never noticed this about her until she got her own house a few years ago.
Okay.
At first, I chalked it up to her being a busy single mum, but as the children have grown, the piles have only increased. I love her unconditionally, but I don't think I'm doing her any favours by reassuring her that it's okay every time she apologises for the mess in her house. I'm also a single mum, but I have more help with childcare than she does, and I want to help her, but I don't know how. She suffers with anxiety, and when I've tried to help her in the past, by doing dishes and laundry, etc., I can see how uncomfortable and anxious this makes her.
Yeah.
How can I tell her that I want the best for her and her family, and I'm worried her home is getting out of hand? I've always wanted to be a source of positivity for her, and I don't want her to feel upset or criticised.
Yeah.
Best wishes, sorry.
What did you say? Best bitches? Because I prefer that as a sign off. Best bitches.
Best bitches B.
I actually know a bit about hoarding.
Do you?
I do. It's a mental health disorder.
It's a form of OCD.
It
It's
can be, there's like so many different levels to it, as far as like someone who needs to control their environment and someone who can take it to the point where they're living in a home that is uninhabitable and like a hazard. As far as someone who just feels the need to give every item the love and find the right home for it, so they're holding on to it until that time comes. If they've just got a lot of stuff, it's not worth it's a coping mechanism, right? And if it's not hindering the way you live to a huge point, they can live with it. No?
I think...
Okay, my understanding's wrong.
No. I'll just say it's a form of OCD, and I would say that I've often found with OCD that people jump to help you with the symptom, not the cause. And I think that saying your house is out of order is a bit like, and like, I'd like to help you with that, or like, it's a bit like showing up. Because people tend to find like eating disorders, for example, more understandable. Maybe because it's like, I don't know why, but like it would be like showing up if your friend's lost too much weight, as you judge it or whatever. Showing up with a lasagna is kind of like showing up to help with like clearing boxes for hoarding. It's like that doesn't really help the problem.
Don't just say let's do the car boot sale this weekend, because
So,
that's just such a stressful
For
thing.
me, the question is not can I help? I want to help you. Like your house is like. And it will only be received as criticism. I think a really good starting point is, hello, how are you? I think like the most useful thing you can be as a person to sound things off, because there's a stress underneath it. There's a cause, and the cause is causing worry, and the coping mechanism is the reaction to the worry. But I just don't think that going in to solve is the way. You can't do it for them. And honestly, my experience with hoarding is if you remove all the stuff, there'll be new stuff if the issue isn't resolved. So it's like finding time. Like, does she need you to watch her kids when she goes to therapy? Does she need to talk about it? Does she need to confront it?
Yeah, definitely don't clear it out.
You're not there. No,
a break of trust.
And also, like, it literally has to be her. Like, it doesn't help. She needs someone to talk to. And I'm not sure that
Typing in hoarders help.
I also just feel like it will, unfortunately, it's going to be very difficult. Like she'll always feel judged and observed, and it's like quite vulnerable to even let someone in your house, especially when you are a hoarder, and you don't want to make it in a situation where she doesn't want to let people in her house because she feels judged or observed or perceived. And so I would just say, for me, it'd be more a case of like, how are you? What's going on with you? How are you finding everything? Is there anything like I would start there. I also just think like, yeah, for me, it's not, you don't deal with the symptom first, in my opinion. It's like those shows where you watch people go in and just pull everything out of the hoarders' houses are so traumatic and upsetting.
Awful. To me. The way I got addicted to watching them, because I watched the worst shows, but that extreme hoarders, and like, it'd be like family members being like, they can't live like this anymore. So they'd have people show up at their houses with like 3 massive skips outside. They'd be like,
awful.
Let's empty this out. It's like, you can see this person in so much anguish and stress. It's awful.
It's horrific. And also it's not medically advisable, and it's also not fair, and it's also not solving the problem, and there will just be more stuff. And also like what other people are prepared to live with, and where their line is in terms of comfortability and where yours is, are allowed to be different. Like, some people's stuff soothes them, other people's tidiness soothes them.
Okay,
I don't know that it affects you in a way that's like, if it affects her and she's saying it affects her, then I think you should talk to her about it. But if it doesn't affect her, then like you introducing a sense of judgment where you don't have any, I know you love her unconditionally, I think is maybe not the best thing.
So I'm just skimming this, but there looks like an interesting article on Mind, which for anyone in the UK, you'll know Mind. It's like a mental health care support thing, which has like just some helping someone who hoards is what it's called. Yeah. Do not consider forced clear up. So offering general support. There's more information, but the main headlines are: use respectful language, like don't refer to it as junk or rubbish.
Yeah.
Understand that they have a connection to the objects, and that's why they want to keep them. They will be less likely to open up if you talk about their things in like a negative way. Don't focus on a total cleanup. And it's got some links to different OCD Foundation websites. Listen to what they want. Ask the person close to you what they think will be helpful. This will give them more control over the situation and show you care what they want. For example, they might want you to sit with them while they clean up, or for you to help them take things to charity shops. Yeah, which is a nice offer.
Or
I
they
think that's
might
a really
not.
common part of hoarding is that it comes from a place of like, the things have to go to a place. There's a home for everything, and it's like holding on to it until that home is found. So like knowing where those homes are might be a good thing to just know, just in case it ever comes up.
For me, the most important part of that is listen to what they would find helpful, though. Like, I know that's not necessarily what you want to do, but that's just like...
Let them know you're there. And respect their decisions. Yeah.
That's my feeling. I just think it's so hard, but I think I am not qualified, and I don't wish to, and our friends don't need us necessarily to therapize them. Like, we're not here to sit in judgment of our friends. If they ask for advice, you should give it.
I've just realised that I think I'm the worst friend.
Why?
Neil's got us. What's it called? Like a storage unit now down the road from us. Because I was like, these piles are mad.
Really?
But I don't think it's not a hoarder, it's just an untidy. Maybe, I don't know. No, it's
fine.
it's piles of crap.
It's different when you're cohabiting.
1 minute ago,
Don't
don't refer to it as junk or crap.
I was just thinking.
But hang on, I would be giving very different advice here if they were living with the person, but they're not. I think you have reasonable you can ask reasonable certain things of someone when you're cohabiting with them, when you're sharing a space, but they're not sharing a space.
That's the
and
thing.
I just think like sitting in judgment
And
of
he
your
loves
friends.
his storage unit. Every time we have a fight now, he's like, I'm going to go sit in my storage unit for a couple of hours and
So
calm down.
funny.
And I'm like,
That's
fine,
so
go.
funny. But also, sitting in judgment of your friend is so easy. But often I'm doing it like when I'm being most judgmental of my like self, or like just want to like not look at my own life. I just think like if they ask for advice, you should give it, or you should ask if they want advice. Like that's something I try to do. Is like, do you want input? But I don't like. And I don't know.
And don't let them get a cat.
What?
Isn't it like?
I think the word "let them." They're an adult.
Oh yeah.
Advise against a cat?
Advise against
Why?
a cat. Because a lot of those, like it's a real like thing that the RSPCA get involved or something. I swear I've heard something like that.
We don't know the level of extremes, I guess, in this situation. And I think probably what we're saying is check in with your friend, see if she's okay, see if she needs help, see if there's ways that you can support her. Think maybe if you're going to point it out at all, point it out in a way where you're like, I've noticed, but not in judgment.
My grandfather was a hoarder.
And they just need a friend.
In a
they need you to
minging
be their
way.
friend, and they need you to help you. If they need therapy, you should help them find a therapist.
Yes.
You're not a therapist.
Hmm.
And you can't be, even if you're a trained professional, you can't be for your friend.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
My
is my feeling.
My dad's dad was a hoarder, and I don't think my dad's a hoarder, but he definitely does it with food. As far as like in his brain, food doesn't go off, like it's always edible. And I told you this already. My sister rung me. My dad ate cream 3 weeks out of
that's
date,
right. Jesus Christ.
and it's like you've got to let go of it, Michael. It's not worth it. He had it, but like that's a
not
risk,
right.
isn't it? Particularly when you're in your 70s.
That's
With
not
that
right.
sort of a like.
That's just dads, though. Dads eat everything.
Yeah.
They're just like, nothing goes to waste.
Yeah.
What's wrong with them?
You've got to let go of things sometimes. You must do.
Can I leave you with a funny image?
But
Yeah.
wait, do you guys have any additional thoughts on that? Have we said? Is that?
I
I'm
think-
not
I
an
think it's been
expert.
really-
Yeah, it's a tricky one because like yeah. There's got to be more than just the Mind website.
There'll be stuff
Funny
out there.
image, Andrew.
Oh, Sunil Patel sat in darkness in his storage unit, listening to Mika out of his phone.
His storage room full of DVDs. Mika live, Mika live, Mika live, Mika live.
He got an absolute DVD slap down. Anna Grant was over, and she was like, "It's a really poor DVD collection," because Anna Grant's got a DVD room.
Stop it.
Gee.
No joke, no joke. And Snail was like, "Yeah, it's small, but it's really well curated."
I thought I liked her. Oh, what a shame.
You do
What a
love her.
shame.
You love my friend.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.